Hey guys, so this week I want to review a new package that was sent to me by one of the sponsors of the channel. You guys should definitely go check them out. I know you guys have been utilizing the code, which is right over there, because I get notifications when you guys use it. He just launched this on his site. Actually, I was holding the wrong one. He just launched this on his site. Newzil 3D has launched a level. So, of course, the bubble is going to read wrong because, well, it's inverted. So, he has put this level that attaches to the launcher, right? Since the inception of this channel, I have always talked about consistency. Consistency is key, and that is how you build better shots, right? That's how you build a consistent game plan. Is if you can do the same launch over and over and over again. Now, up until this point, we've always kind of guessed, right? Like with a hand movement, right? It's kind of been muscle memory where I say, hey, do this much and you should be able to generate X result, right? But with this new level that he has created for Beyblade, for Beyblade X specifically, now I can say, hey, at a 2 degree, with this setup, you should be able to get this result in this stadium, right? So now it is a much more scientific way of creating and generating those consistent results. Consistency. I put it on, I've launched probably a few hundred times utilizing this now. And I'll start to run a video now. Yeah, down below. I'll go ahead and put myself in the corner. But I've started just testing, right? I've done a few hundred launches. As you guys can see from the video, I've upgraded to a Takara Tomy stadium after everybody is telling me that I need one. But really, it's because my buddies at Eastside Beyblades, they're always looking for more people to bring more stadiums. So I have started to create a custom Blader 03 stadium to bring to those events. But with this, I am trying to generate, I'm running tests going 0, 2 to 6, both fore and aft, right? Which is gonna be just this here. In this video, I'm not doing too much of the side to side, right? I'm not going left or right, I'm just going fore and aft, right? Fore would be where my nose is diving, aft would be where the tail is diving. So I'm trying to generate results and using specific bits. Now I'm using both the new blades for Beyblade X, the CX line, Perseus Dark and Drawn Brave, just their stock setup. One, I think Perseus is on some kind of new bit, right? And I don't have the specs in front of me, but yeah, Drawn Brave is on Cyclone. So it's a more aggressive bit versus the more defensive bit of Perseus Dark. So you see, it doesn't, like the degrees change and the variations change, right? So this is gonna generate better results for us. Not just for me in testing, right? But for not just for me to transfer knowledge to you guys, but also for you at home, if you're practicing on this type of launch against this type, now we know where to mark it, right? Now we know where to put the dot versus whatever type of blade. This is gonna tie into a later video for the week that is gonna tie into us actually looking at being more consistent with older blades, right? So that, I would highly recommend this piece every single day of the week, all day. Now, for me, I am running the side mount because obviously I have my great sticker here, right? So catch me at an event if you would like a sticker. But I am running a side clip, right? So he does have a top mount. Now, in the testing I run, side mount does not work on the Samurai Saber and the Excalibur launchers, right? Like the long handle pull from this side, they only have a top mount. They do not have side mounts. So it won't work. Or they do, essentially have side mount, but this doesn't fit those. This only fits your winder launcher or your, your string launcher or your winder launchers. Now this one I have set up because, as you can see, I've got the Noozle 3D dual mount kit on there that I've used to run tournaments. So this kit and this piece, if you get it to 0, which obviously it won't because it's at an angle now and it's set up to go this way, horizontal, not vertical. So right now it's telling me I'm at a 90-degree angle by the bubble. But if you get it true 0, that's when this 15-degree angle actually matters, right? If it's at a certain angle, canted one way or the other. So in any of my new videos moving forward, you will see a level on the on this, because this is going to help us get true 0 to get that 15-degree, making sure that it is a 100% balanced fight like this, not so much canted one way or the other, right? So this little piece right here, whether you're testing with a dual link setup by Noozle 3D, or whether you're actually battling, this thing right here is pulling us further and further away from being toys and further into the sport side of things. Now, I'm gonna put some pictures up below or up in the corner, I guess, and you'll see that archery has different sights, firearms have sights. All of these things have sights and levels and different ways, right, for us to get on target. For Beyblade, it's been 100% what we call in the shooting world Kentucky windage, right? You shoot and you say, hey, next time I need to adjust a little bit that way with my hand. You don't actually know. There's no scientific method to Kentucky windage. You just kind of aim a little different and it's going to get a different result. So if I'm aiming center mass with my sights, right? If I'm aiming center of the target and I hit low left, well, now I'm going to take those sights and go high right because it's going to bring my shot up. That's kind of what we've been doing with Beyblade, right? Saying, hey, I'll adjust, with my hand just a little bit. Maybe I didn't want that much of an aggressive tilt. Maybe I didn't want this. I don't really know where I'm at, but muscle memory tells me this is about right. With this level, now we have scientific evidence to say, hey, we're at 1. Now, there are markers on here. I don't know if you can see them. There we go. That's probably the best way to see it right there. You can see it goes 2, 4, 6, right? Climbing, but you see the hash marks in between in the circle rings. That's going to be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So now you have 1 through 6 where you can put that little bubble and create or recreate a shot that you practiced at home, right? So when you get to the tournament, with this exact setup, for me, it would be whale wave on 960 on low rush, right? For me, with whale wave, I know that I can create this pattern, without somebody else coming in. That's where this comes into play, right? But without your piece of input, I can create this pattern. So really, I'm trying to generate a quick pattern right off the rip, and that's what I'm trying to create with this level, right? So this is an amazing piece of tech, which is not tech, just gear, I guess. Essentially, it's just a piece of gear that is going to help us recreate those shots that we do in practice and become more consistent with our shots. Now, will this be official for your official Beyblade World Tournaments? No. So we still are going to need that muscle memory, but this is going to help us create that muscle memory so we kind of know where our 2 degrees, our 4 and 6 are, right? But work with your local tournaments, right? I do not think Eastside Beyblade will have a problem with something like this. I mean, this is just helping me generate better shots. It's not adding more power, it's not adding more spin, it's not adding anything, right? Almost a year ago now, I started running custom grips. I added weights, I added a baseball grip, decoration, obviously, right? But, and even the little piece from the Samurai Saber, right? The rubber piece as like a trigger guard for my finger. I've added thumb grip tape, right? All to try and generate a more consistent shot that fits my hand, because I have adult hands and Beyblade is a kid's game. Well, now with all of these things, we are getting out of kid toy realm, right? Now we're actually creating something that can last, right? Which is going to tie into a video that I'm going to do later in the week. So, hey, use the link in the code, use the code to the side of the page, Blader at checkout for Newsel 3D. Go grab yourself a level. If you don't have these little links, the dual launcher link, go ahead, get that. That's a great way to test your setups against each other, or just a great way to blade at home by yourself instead of ripping 1, 2. I don't like doing it that way because one's already losing spin by the time you shoot the other one. It's not a fair matchup. So this is going to be your ideal setup for testing combos at home. You got the level, you got the dual link set, and then there's even a wishbone that goes across. So when you rip, there's a wishbone there. So this will generate consistent results every single time and let you know where your combos sit, right? In a real life scenario, instead of going online and hoping that numbers work. So with all of that, hey, if you guys have made it to the end of this video, check out Newsel 3D and the other sponsors of this video for all of your Beyblade needs to get you out of that toy realm, going more into a hobbyist realm, right? This is a hobbyist launcher. This is not a toy launcher anymore. This is built for a hobbyist, me. So if you've made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day.